Hi everybody, it's Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've been with you guys. I have been busy making a bunch of cards to share today. And while you look at those cards for a second, I am going to begin to show you the products that I use to create all the cards. So I use this stamp and die set from Paper Sweeties. It's called Sending Sweet Thoughts, and it's a cupcake bundle with stamps. And I don't know if I can show you the stamps easily. I don't think I can, but it's in the Paper Sweeties shop. I used this this set here, and this one is, I think it's called Keep Calm and Drink Coffee, but it's the one with the coffee cup at Paper Sweeties. And I use this, and then I use the matching dies. And I use this set for the sentiment, You Warm My Heart. And this is really cute. It has a branch, some little birds drinking coffee, and then a coffee cup and a tea kettle and some sweet sentiments. And that one's also from Paper Sweeties. From Paper Tray Ink, I use the Dear Friend set. And in particular, this Sending Love Sentiment. And this is from their latest release. And I ordered the birds and this stamp set for the sentiments and for the pretty branch and leaves. So, and then also some bird products, which I guess I could show you really quick. I put them all in here. So this little bird is from their most recent release. And then this little stamp and die set here. Oh, I'm upside down. So the Feathered Friends mini and die, and then this is the bird die called Feathered Friends. So I hope to make some cards with these and share them in a future video. But for now, I just used a sentiment from that set. So then from the Greetery, I used this. I'm trying to remember. I think, which one? I think I used the Thinking of You. Yeah, I think it's on that pink card right below. And I used this die from Impression Obsession, IO Dies. Hi, Anna. This is a design by Anna White. She's Sweet Miss Daisy, if you want to look up her blog, and she also has a YouTube channel. But I really like this die. Here, I'll pull it out for a second. I die cut an extra one to show you. It comes in two pieces like this. And these are really cute, just dangling if you want to dangle them from something. But I love the little details that Anna adds to her dies. There's always little pieces of like stitching and stuff. Kind of that hand-sewn look, which you guys know that I definitely, I like the handmade look. So this was right up my alley. So I use that die. And then from Pink Fresh Studio, I use this die here. It's one of their edgers, and I have a couple other dies in here that I think are from Little Inker. This border was used, and this is from Little Inker, I'm pretty sure. And I can't remember if this might be Little Inker Designs too, but I didn't use it. I just used this border. So I don't know if I was in frame there, but I think this is Little Inker too. But this whole set of border dies is from Pink Fresh Studio, and it's a lot of fun to cut borders with these. So anyway, hopefully I showed those well. And then I used this old retired set from Paper Sweeties just for some sentiments. It's no longer available. And I used this set. It's going to spill everywhere if I take it out. My sets are so old and so mangled from me cutting up things. I use this Hey Cupcake, I think, or maybe this one's called Sweetie Pie, but anyway, it's the one with the little heart pocket dress. And I use this for this May Your Birthday Be as Sweet as You Are sentiment. Okay, and then from, I think this is from Technique Tuesday, I use these strawberries, okay, and this is a die set from Technique Tuesday, and I use this leaf set on one of my cards, and I think, gosh, I'm not sure if that's Gina Marie Designs or not. I don't remember where that one's from. I'm sorry, you guys, and I don't have it marked. I use these ovals, and these are from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I use these rectangles from Gina Marie Designs, and they have stitching detail on them. I use these ovals from Cat Scrappiness. I use this beautiful die set from IO Stamps, and it's a beautiful wreath, and then it has this really pretty like magnolia blossom in 3 pieces. I'll try and shake it so you can see. There's 3, There's 3 pieces, and so I made 3-part flowers using that. And this is a beautiful wreath. So there's the information. It's called Magnolia Wreath. Okay? And this one, again, was designed by Anna. So I love that, Anna. That's a beautiful die, my dear. And then in this pocket, I just have a bunch of flower dies. These ones are from La La Land Crafts. This is Your Next Stamp. I think those are Marianne Creatables, and this is, I can never remember her name. I think I put it on a YouTube thing, or not a YouTube, but an Instagram post. It's this person, Alexander Renke, okay? So these are just a bunch of flowers. I try to keep all my little flower dies in one spot so I don't lose them. And then I use this really pretty, it's called I Heart You dies from Paper Tray Ink. And these are just really, I love this little heart. And then there's also an embossed heart, or a detailed heart, and then a smaller heart. And I use these too, and you'll see those on my cards. I use this Spellbinders die with this beautiful greenery pieces. And I use this Gina Marie Designs die, and I use this one in particular, but I love frondy type things. And I love this set. It's really easy to make a beautiful card with that. And then, let's see. Oh my goodness, so many things, you guys. I'm sorry. But I know that you guys, most of you like to see what I use to make things. This is from Pink Fresh Studio, and it's a leaf that I used on one of the cards. This was a free die. I think this was given to me by Pink Fresh. I'm not 100% sure anymore. And then... I think that was it from this one, as far as what I actually used on my cards. Let me put those back in there. And then I used, this is a set of dies from Paper Tray Ink, and it's a set of 4 tags. I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but this was designed by a designer at Paper Tray Ink. I can't think of her name right now. It's driving me nuts. But I use this heart one. Okay, but there's also circles, plus signs, and bows. And I think you probably have seen these. I think Marilyn G has these, and she's shown them on her channel before. But I love this set of dies, and that was a big splurge for me when I got it. And then from IO Stamps, I use this rectangle with the little detail stitching. And again, this is an Anna White die. It's called Crazy Stitch Set is what it's called. So there's the name and number. Okay, and then last but not least, from Lil Inker Designs, I use these rounded rectangles. Okay, so that is all of the supplies as much as possible. I hope I got them all in, because I know that that's important to everybody to see kind of what I created with. So now I'm going to start going through the cards, and I'll see if I can do this. Let's see. I want to make sure you guys can see them. So this uses that little IO Stamps heart that I showed you. And what's neat is you can take that small outer piece and make a 2-toned heart with it. So you can see where I did a white outer piece, and then this paper is from, oh gosh, I'm not sure. That might be a Tilda paper. I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, you can see how I made it 2-toned. And then there's those little flower dies that I showed you. This is a piece from Your Next Stamp on the bottom. And then these 2 are from La La Land Crafts. And then I just added a pearl to the center. So this one just says Thinking of You. And then I used some beautiful seam binding in a pink color and just tied a bow. And then inside you have that IO Stamps rectangle set from Anna. So I just thought that turned out really sweet. So that's the first card. And then I decided to show you all the pink cards first, and then I'm going to move on to some kind of more farmhouse style cards in some craft and stuff. So this one says, "May your birthday be as sweet as you are." And again, this is a stamp set by Paper Sweeties. I love that sentiment. And then here you can see that little border, the stitched border, which is, I believe, Lil Inker. I hope I've got that right. I'm pretty sure it's Lil Inker Designs. This is just a piece of gingham, two-toned gingham, which is a digital set I got off of Etsy. You can just look for, type in gingham and wait until you see one that is two-toned. Here again is one of those flowers. This is that same paper. And then this is the little cupcake from Paper Sweeties. And I just paper pieced it in craft. And then the cardstock is actually watercolor cardstock. Sorry, these are getting dusty. So that's a piece of watercolor cardstock, just a nice thick. And then it's just popped up for dimensions. So, and then on the inside of this one, I added a pink layer using that die from Anna from Impression Obsession. So, and then this I think is my favorite card out of all the cards that I made. I think because to me it looks very spring or summerish. I did, the sentiment is from the greetery and it's thinking of you. And you can see where I layered the different pieces of greenery and stuff. So here's that leaf set that I showed you. And then here's that die from Pink Fresh Studio, that leaf die, and it's kind of sitting behind here. And these are those fronds from Gina Marie Designs. This is that little tulip die that I got for free. And I just tucked that behind this blossom. And this is that I.O. Stamps Magnolia Wreath Blossom. And then here is the Paper Tray Ink Heart. And again, the greetery for the sentiment. And then this is that I.O. Stamps Anna's background die. And then I just layered it with more of the same cardstock. And this is a Paper Tray Ink cardstock, and it's one of the lighter purples. I can't think of the name of it right now. Do you guys want me to show the inks and the cardstock colors? Would that help you guys, or are you pretty comfortable with me not sharing that? All of my inks are pretty much from Paper Tray Ink with a few thrown in from MFT. I have like Snow Cone and a couple cardstock colors that are different than what Paper Tray carries. But I only have one set of full inks, and that's Paper Tray Ink. So if you're ever wondering about a color of cardstock or ink, generally speaking, if you go to the Paper Tray site, you'll see the color, okay? So I hope that helps you guys out. So those are the pink cards. So I'm gonna move those off to the side here, and I'll move on to some more coffee cards, okay? These are using that Paper Tray Ink, or not Paper Tray Ink, Paper Sweeties set. And I made quite a few of these. Okay. So we'll do these next. Let's see. I think that's all of them. Okay. So let me go through them one at a time. Oh, I forgot to pull this die set. I believe this die set is Lil Inker Designs. They have a whole series of dies that have these little pop-ups on them. And so that's what this is. And if, I don't know if Laura has her website back up right now. Hi, Laura. But I'm pretty sure she still has these. But you could check her website if it's back up and running. It was down the other day when I went to check for the name of them. But anyway, this was actually a piece that was in my scrap. You know how I keep a scrap pile, you guys, which right now is completely crazy. It has so much stuff in it. But this was a piece that I had already die cut, and that's why I forgot to pull the die. But anyway, if you're looking for that die, that's Little Inker. And then you can see the Magnolia Blossom, which is from that, from Impression Obsession. This is the beautiful Paper Sweeties coffee mug with the little steam rising off of it. I used some diamond stickles to just add a little bit of detail. And if you notice, it sparkles down here because lately when I do gingham, I add a little bit of stickles to some of the white spaces just to perk up the card a little bit so it catches the light. So this paper right here is from Arala Miha's shop on Etsy, and the inside of the card has a Lil Inker Designs rounded rectangle, which I'm pretty sure I showed you guys those in the dies. So that's that first one. So we'll set that up there. Here's the second one. This one kind of has more of like a farmhouse feel. I was trying to go for kind of lighter colors and using craft and earth tones more. But I loved this piece of paper, which I think came from Amy, I think sent this to me. I think a couple people have sent me 6x6 paper pads. But anyway, this is a piece of paper that I got. And then this is the little Paper Sweeties cupcake. And again, that mug, which this time I embossed it with a little flowered embossing folder. I guess I didn't pull the embossing folders either. I'm sorry, you guys. But you could use any floral embossing folder. And then this is those little La La Land craft flowers. And again, the little steam coming off of it. And then inside is again just that little rectangle. And this is watercolor paper again. So anyway, and that one says, "May your birthday be as sweet as you are," which is that Paper Sweetie sentiment that I just love. And then I use that same sentiment on this card here. And this one, oh, I forgot to pull this too. This is a paper tray. This was in my scrap pile and I just used it to add to this card, to the cup rather. But this is a paper tray ink floral die. It's a cover plate die if you go to their website. And I just used that to just add a design to the cup. And then this one's embossed. So I wanted them to kind of reflect each other. So one is embossed and one has florals on the outside. And then I added 2 of the little cupcakes and one of those La La Land craft flowers. And then there is, boy, it almost looks like there's a mark there, but I guess that's just a chunk of glitter glue. But anyway, I keep seeing like little mistakes. See, like here's some glue I need to erase. So I'll catch that and fix it later. But anyway, so there's that one. And then here's the one with strawberries. And I think the day that I was working on this, hi Dawn, Dawn H, I think was also making a strawberry card. And we were both playing with strawberries. We were chatting back and forth, I think, on Instagram or something, but or commenting on Instagram. But anyway, she was playing with strawberries too. And I just wanted to do something with strawberries. This is a paper from, I think it's Crate. Pretty something. And if you're interested in this paper, you can get it at AC Digital's. You can purchase either just the paper pack or you can purchase the whole thing, I think, for $12.99 and get the whole kit. But I just love this little strawberry paper. And I think I used my last little piece of it, and I don't have the digital kit, but I'm hoping to purchase it when it goes on sale again. So I missed it last time, I think by like just a few hours, and the sale ended, so I didn't buy it. But I really like to have this for summer cards. So these are those little strawberries from, I showed you the die, Technique Tuesday. And I just love that little die set with the strawberry basket and the strawberries. So I just used some green gingham and then some pure poppy cardstock from Paper Tray ink. And then, of course, the 2 mugs. This one has heart embossing on it. And then this one I just added a piece of red doily. The red doily is a doily that I got from Etsy. So I thought this one turned out really cute. And this little hello is also from Arala Miha's shop on Etsy. And she sells these sentiment strips that you can cut out. And so I just cut this out and I use that as my sentiment strip. And then inside I have one of the rounded rectangles that are stitched from Little Inker Designs. So there's that one. I think I showed you that one already. Here's another one that's just really simple, kind of more of a farmhouse feel with these soft taupey colors. And again, I used a piece of that, what do you call it, plate die from Paper Tray ink. I embossed the hearts onto this cup, and then I used the You Warm My Heart sentiment from Paper Sweeties. And then I just added a few sequins, mainly because I had a boo-boo over here, and I needed to make it look like it wasn't a boo-boo. So there's that card. And again, that IO stamps is in the inside. And then here's one last one with the cups. And this one has 2 different cups with the heart embossings, and then a little piece of green doily, a little flower, which is from Hobby Lobby, the steam coming off, and then this sweet friend from Iralamiha's shop on Etsy. And this background is a plate die from, I think it's from Paper Tray Ink, and it embosses this sunshine background, and then just that Impression Obsession on the inside again. So so I thought that one turned out really sweet with kind of the rays coming out in the background. And then I have a few more, or 3 more cards to share. This is probably my second favorite card that I made out of all of them. This one says Sending Love, and I just wanted to make something yellow because it was really gray last week here in Seattle. We had like, I don't know, 7 or 8 days of straight kind of cloudy, rainy, cold. I actually dug my polar fleece out again last week, if you can believe it. But anyway, on one of those days, I just wanted to make something sunny, so I made this card. The Sending Love sentiment is from Paper Tray Ink, from that stamp set I showed you. I used the Spellbinders dies to make these vellum leaves, and I tucked those behind, and that's from that Spellbinders die set that I showed you. Behind here is the heart tag that is, again, that Paper Tray Ink, or really ink to paper, I think, die. I can't remember, was it Paper Tray Ink or ink to paper, but either way, you would find it on their website. The little magnolia blossom, I tucked a teeny tiny little, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a teeny tiny little crocheted flower that I purchased on Etsy. I would love to be able to crochet this tiny, but I don't quite work that small. And then this little heart, again, is that heart from Paper Tray Ink, and I just love that. And I drew inspiration from this card from Melissa Phillips. I was perusing her Instagram feed and her blog over the weekend when I made this card, and I love the way she incorporates flowers and fronds and stuff in her cards. So I was just trying to do something that was more nature related. So I thought this turned out really cute. And then inside is just that IO Stamps, Anna's little thing again. So that's that card. And then I have 2 more to show you. Here's one. This one is the only turquoise card I made, and you guys know this is like my very favorite color. Out of all the colors in the world, probably this light turquoise color, red, and pink and yellow are some of my favorite colors. But this one says Sweet Friend, and these are those sentiment strips from Betty's shop, from Iralamiha's shop on Etsy. Another one of those little flowers that's mixing a piece from your next stamp, and then the La La Land Craft Tiny Flowers dies. And then 3 of those hearts from Impression Obsession, the one designed by Anna that I showed you that comes in the 2 pieces. And this was just a piece of scrap paper I had in my stash. And this beautiful silk ribbon is from the Really Reasonable Ribbon Store. And if you guys have ever worked with silk ribbon, it's very light and tender, and it's very easy to form into a bow. And I debated on trimming these shorter, but I kind of liked the way this card looked with the bow laying down like that. So I decided to leave it. So that is the front, and then inside looks like that. And some of these I will end up putting a sentiment on the inside, but I like to leave them blank until I'm sure what I'm going to use the card for. So, so there's those 2. And then the last card I have to share is one, I shared a similar card to this. This was my prototype, but I shared another card on Instagram using the same image, and I share where this image is from. It's like Free Pretty Things for Me or something. It's FTP, I forget, FPT something. But anyway, if you go to my Instagram file and you look for a card with this image on it, you'll understand where it's from. So I just used this, and I added a Paper Sweeties Happy Birthday underneath because I have a little birthday card that I needed for a little 3-year-old. So I thought this would work good for that. So that is all of my cards, you guys. Oh, I have one more card actually. This is kind of the very first card I made, and I didn't really like the way it turned out completely. I just think the colors don't match up well. So I should have used a different piece of gingham, but I couldn't find one that matched well enough. So I think I should have maybe used blue, but anyway, it's fine. I'm sure I'll use the card, but it's not my favorite one. But the whole concept for the card was I wanted to see if I could make a window out of this inset circle frame. And so I was just playing around with the window idea, and that was how I came up with this card. So I think it looks kind of cool, and there's vellum behind here, so you can kind of see through it, and then when you open it on the inside. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure about this concept yet. I might have to try doing it a different way, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. I think maybe I should have popped it up or done something different with the window. I don't know. But anyway, this was just an idea. It might be cute to have the window have a shaker bits in it or something. But anyway, I was just playing around. So those are all my cards, you guys. And I will show you my very favorite ones, again, are the pastel ones. I love the strawberry one too, though. I don't know. The strawberry one is cool. And then I think, maybe because it's summer right now, I think these two are my favorites. So anyway, I just say hello to everybody out there. I hope you guys are all having a good summer in light of everything that's going on. I just send my love out to all of you. I've been enjoying kind of poking around at everybody's Instagrams, Tammy's and Muriel's and Elise and Rhonda's, and just been peeking at what everybody's up to. So I know that there's a big a white card or a white project thing that Tina organized, I think, and Tammy was a part of it, and I think Christina Crafty Paws, hi Christina, a bunch of people participated in that, so I hope you guys will all go check it out. My mouth is getting dry. I got to go get some water. It's a hot day here in Seattle today. Finally, it's nice out. So I am going to go off and go get some water and let my son have the room because he uses this area where I am too, and he would like to be down here. So I'm going to end here, and I just wish you all blessings and hugs, and I send my love out to P and Kat, who are both struggling health-wise. I will be honest, you guys, I am struggling a little bit health-wise too, and that's part of the reason why I haven't been doing as much. And I also am taking care of family members, and my parents are in their 80s, so I'm a busy person. And but I just wanted to say that a couple people have contacted me about Christmas in July, and I realized that it's July and I haven't started anything, but I did try to start something this morning. So I am thinking about it, and I'm sure that I will be coming up with something soon. So I want to see what all of you are going to do for Christmas. So I hope maybe everybody will dig out their gingerbread men and start sharing some stuff. I'll be peeking, okay? I looked a little bit today, but I didn't see anything pop up when I typed in gingerbread men that was new. So anyway, let me know in your comments what you would like to see me make. Are there any particular tag shapes that you're interested in? Christmas trees or stockings or candy canes? What's your favorite thing? The gingerbreads. I'm thinking about doing Santa faces as my first tag. So anyway, I will be back with you guys soon. And I say go out there and share your heart, you guys. And this is my sweet beloved sign from my friend Tammy. And I was just enjoying looking at it today while I was filming this. So I love you guys. Take good care. Bye now.